is Zia Ul Mustafa, who is the Director, Global Markets, ICMP USA. We're so very thankful to you, sir, for your valuable time, and we would love to hear your insights. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalin. And first, I would like to appreciate Zahid and his HR Matrix organization, which is doing wonderful events and adding value in the profession of management. And I've been observing Zahid for more than a decade. So, Zahid, first of all, I appreciate you and your team members. And then I listened both the honorable speaker, Malia. The story of Malia is also very wonderful and very encouraging. And then the comments and the experience sharing by Saad Khan is very valuable. And more or less, we are agreed with the Saad Saab. He talked about the practical things which are normally happened in the board. So my brief intro is, my name is Ziaul Mustafa. And by qualification, I am a chartered management accountant from ICMA Pakistan and from IMA USA. So I served in the corporate sector and the public sector as well. Major organization includes Rustam Group, Tescon Engineering, Pakistan Expo Center, then House of Professionals. And then I got the chance to serve on a various board. I served on the board of public sector company mostly. One is the Zaritra Khyati Bank Limited. Then I got the chance on Ignite National Technology Fund, that is the Ministry of IT. Under the Ministry of IT, then got the chance on Pakistan Institute of Corporate Governance. Then I got the chance on PIFA, Pakistan Institute of Public Finance Accountant. I led ICMA Pakistan, which is one of the regulatory body in accounting and finance, as a president. 3 times I was elected as a president, and I also got the exposure at the international level. I led SAFA, South Asian Federation of Accountants, as a president, and then I got the chance at International Federation of Accountants, New York, to serve at the PAIB board. So this is the brief. The things which Saad Saab shared are more or less, we are all agreed on it, and these are the main areas. I just add value on few things that I will just talk about the board of public interest entities. As Zahid shared the presentation, and in which he informed us, he updated us that right now we have about more than 500 companies or less than 600 companies, which are the public listed companies, where there is a public interest involved, where there is a investment of the people of Pakistan and from other sides, and the shareholders are involved. And then we have a public interest company in which normally government is involved. So normally the board role is in the public interest company is should be very effective, and board should be very vigilant, and we have to focus on some key areas. I will just share the key competencies which the board members should have while sitting on the public interest entities board. So the persons, everyone, I will classify that in 3 areas. That the leadership qualities in the board member. He must be qualities of a leader, open for a dialogue, and give respect to the debate. And so he will come, he or she should come with an open mind, and such kind of leadership qualities must be in the board members. And then the second thing, he must be strategist. Strategist, whether the organization is a commercial business organization or a not-for-profit organization, or organization to promote some objective cause. But he must be a strategist. He must have the ability to define the business plan, the business acumen, the organization, or strategic objectives, how we have to achieve the strategic objectives, vision and mission of the organization. So when I'm saying that he must be able to business planning, then he must have a business acumen, must handle the 4 areas, the financial management side, HR management, the marketing, and the operational side of the organization. So the board members must have some ideas about these areas while making a strategy, while approving any strategy for the organization. So likewise, the third area is governance. Normally, we are promoting these 3 areas on ICMP USA, Institute of Chartered Management Professionals USA, leadership, strategy, and governance, and it is known as LSG. And the person with the leadership quality will be a strategist and be able to govern the thing. When we are talking about governance and governance, normally we have to address the public trust. We have to address the public trust when we are talking about the governance. Things should be transparent. Things should be in the black and white, proper documentation, and everything is should be there. So the role of the board members, and normally we mix the board members oftenly mix the role of policy making with the operations management. It is commonly observed that board is normally trying to be involved in the micromanagement, most of the board members. But as Saab also highlighted, that we should avoid the micromanagement. The board should focus on the policy, strategy, and governance. So this is a major areas where we have to focus. And if we have to classify, that board is to work on the growth of the organization and meanwhile on the governance. Sometime in the public interest company, when we are trying to grow on a, on a great speed, then normally we compromise on the governance side. Normally in the public sector project, when there is a pressure that you have to deliver this, you have to do this, and because I worked on infrastructure projects and a number of things, then when you are focusing the growth, normally governance will be compromised. And when you are more focused towards the governance side, the growth is compromised. So we have to be, create a balance. We have to create a balance between the growth and the governance. Sometimes board members are come with the mind that we cannot approve this, we cannot approve this. But we have to create a thing. The board must be have such kind of attributes that both the things will work parallel. The growth, we should not stop the things, because stopping the things has its own cost, and this will affect the company, the organization adversely. And but on the other side, we should not give the free hand and everything, that there should be no check and balance on the management. So we have to be vigilant about the man. So it's a tricky thing between the growth and the governance. Almost in everything, undesired attributes, Sab covered. One thing which is in my experience, which I would like to highlight, that normally the chief executive of the organization and the company secretary, these are the two persons normally engage with the board members, and on frequent basis. So we would like to plan a meeting. Sir, this is the agenda. We are coming up with this. The board members must be vigilant while getting the notes from the chief executive and from the company secretary, that they must double check the things with the other relevant head of departments and the organization, because sometimes chief executive has its own agenda, and he's sometimes not explaining the full thing in front of the board. So I believe that every department, head of department who's working at a chief level, whether it is a chief operating officer, chief marketing officer, chief HRO, and what. So the board must get the opinion of those. And if we look towards the company law also mentioned that the board should also meet with the chief internal auditor in the absence of the management. When we are saying the management, it includes the chief executive, COO, and the CFO, so that they can get the independent view of the audit side as well. So in my opinion, that board should give a listen to everybody and then apply its own mind for making the decisions. So in this way, I believe that we can contribute a lot, and board members should consider should take the ownership of the responsibility. Should take the ownership of the responsibility. Should not try to be the owner of the institution. Should not try to be the owner of the institution. Sometimes with the word director, the board member assumed that they are the owner of this institution and they can do anything. So, but this must be in their mind, that we should take the ownership of our responsibility and we have to deliver accordingly. So, if I just make a last line, that the board should focus on policy, strategy, and governance, not come into the operation level, and get the detailed information by meeting all the key team members and play an effective role add strategic value and ethical strength. Add strategic value and ethically strengthen the process. Ineffective, ineffective ones silently becomes a governance risk. Any member who is, silent and not contributing must consider this a governance risk. So the board member should be prepared well, must have the business acumen, must have the knowledge, and but they have to limit themselves up to the policy, strategy, and governance. So this is from my side that what kind of competence any board member have, and what things which the board members should be avoid. I am not repeating those things which Sasab has already. So thank you. So this is from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That was wonderful. Round of applause like this and virtually as well. We are actually, I'm actually constantly engrossed in all the conversations. Each one of you has so much valuable insights to share.